Happy Friday, y'all. It's Lippy. What a week has it been? I know it's been one for me, but I'll tell you what, I was able to get caught up on all the seasoning blends, all the salves, all the bombs. So, very productive 2 days. But today, we are overrun in eggs, and Buddy asked me for more pickled eggs. And I said yes. So I'm doing it today on Friday. That way when he takes them to work Monday and puts them in his icebox at work, they'll be ready to start eating. Because I like to let them sit 3 days minimum, so the flavors get in. So the only thing I've done is boil my eggs, and I'll tell you how I do it. I just put my eggs in the pot, cold or room temperature, cover with cold water. I don't measure, so, some salt to your liking. Mine is a heaping tablespoon. I bring my eggs up to a boil. I let them boil for 7 minutes. Turn the heat off, put the lid on. 7 minutes. And then I immediately submerge them in cold water or water with some ice cubes immediately. And guys, I don't have torn eggs. Never do I have torn eggs. So I've got about 4 minutes left. Then I'll go ahead and get them in its cool bath and get them peeled, and we will rock this out. Now, I've got 30 eggs boiling. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get 4 quarts. I hope I get 4 quarts. But in the description, the recipe is gonna be for a single batch, and then you can multiply it up from there. So I'll make sure that I only leave a single batch, and then you can then add the amount that you want. I will be timesing that single batch by 4, because I think 30 eggs will fit perfectly in 4 quarts. I don't know, but stay with me. We're fixing to rock out my pickled eggs the way Mr. Buddy likes them. Okay, let's start with the brine. We have 6 cups of white distilled vinegar. We have 2 cups of just tap water. Dill seed, black peppercorn, my personal Cajun seasoning called swamp mix, 1 large sweet onion. You can exchange this yellow onion for a red onion, or some know it as a purple onion. I've got about 5 jalapeños that's diced, and about 6 cloves of garlic. In this bowl, you will find 2 tablespoons of canning salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now to my quart jars, I did add 1/2 teaspoon of dill seed to each jar. Now let me say this. If you don't want the heat from a jalapeno, you can add a sweet banana, or you can omit that completely. If you have fresh dill in the garden, use it instead of the dill seed. But the jalapeno can be exchanged for milder peppers, or you can omit that and just do garlic. Or you can just leave the garlic and the peppers out. But I suggest don't take the onions out. They are so delicious when they're pickled. I forgot one ingredient. I was looking, I was like, where's my hot sauce? Now, optional, but I will put the amount in the recipe in the description, because I'm gonna add the hot sauce to each jar. Probably a good teaspoon, but you can ramp it up to your flavor. But today I'm gonna be using Piercing hot sauce. Ever since I was introduced to this, it is my go-to hot sauce. I like the Caribbean Sun. Mr. Buddy likes the chili sauce. Also, I'll leave the link in the description if you're interested in Piercing hot sauce. They have 4 or 5 varieties. Family-owned business. I can't speak enough about this hot sauce, but I'll leave the information in the description if you're interested. I'm sitting on a medium-high heat, so we're going to get this brine going. 6 cups of white distilled vinegar. You can use apple cider. Y'all know I like just plain vinegar. 6 cups. 2 cups of water. 2 tablespoons of sugar. And 2 heaping tablespoons of canning salt. I'm adding, let me see, probably 3 heaping tablespoons of my Cajun seasoning, the swamp mix. Now you see, I'm using a stainless steel pot and a stainless steel spoon. We're just gonna bring this up to a boil. And in the meantime, let's go do our jars. I've got my 4 quarts with a teaspoon of dill seed in the bottom of each jar. Now I'm gonna add, if I had to guess, a half a teaspoon of hot sauce. Like I said, you can omit that. Black peppercorn, you can use multicolor. I happen to have black. And if I had to measure, about a teaspoon to each jar. Now this is where you could add pickling spice, coriander, clove. You can really take this to any level that you want. Just make sure that your herbs are going into your jars, not into the brine. Now it's all about layering everything. So I'm gonna drop a couple of garlic cloves right at the bottom. Handful of onions. And some jalapeños, and of course we'll add some throughout the jars. And I'll probably have to cut some more. We'll just see where that is. I was over there peeling the eggs, and I'm gonna show you one. See, this has like a point on the top. I'm just gonna tap it down and mash lightly, because that's a little air pocket right in there. Then I just lightly squeeze. Perfect boiled eggs, easy to peel. And there you go. I equally divided the eggs, and I went ahead and layered it with the onions, the garlic, the jalapenos, and actually, I'm short some eggs. But we'll go ahead and pour the brine over this because it's got to sit and cool before we put a lid on and set them into the ice box. Yes, this is an ice box method. This can last up to 12 weeks. But when I fill these jars up, he will eat 1 jar a week. So this gives him 4 weeks. But I will have to boil some more eggs to top it off. And you don't want your face over that. This is beautiful. Let's see, I gotta try to put it to where y'all can see. Plus, I don't want it in my face. Here we go. The color is just amazing, y'all. Because you definitely want to cover these eggs. You know what? I'm probably just going to leave that amount of eggs in there. Yep, I think I am. Look how gorgeous. Woo! I'm going to set those to the side, and I'm fixing to boil probably 14 more eggs, and then I can reheat this brine, because you really want it going over the eggs hot. But like I said, don't put the lid on until these have, pretty much completely cooled to room temperature. And then put the lid on, set them in the ice box 3 or 4 days before you start enjoying them. So, as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I will see y'all on the next one. and that will be tomorrow and Sunday. Lot of videos to catch up on. One of them with Mr. Buddy, one of them with me. That's all I'm saying. But we're taking a breath and we're getting back into the groove. So we shall see y'all tomorrow, Saturday. Go boil you some eggs and pickle them. Your family will love them. Bye, y'all.